All right, can we just stop down for just a second and talk about how hot the potato farmers are? No, I don't mean hot like that. I mean physically. Very warm season for the Washington potato growers, and we should thank them because summer is a crucial time for potato farming as warm weather and longer days provide optimal conditions for potato growth. Bet you didn't think you'd learn that on our podcast. These families are working hard to make sure you have French fries, to make sure you have mashed potatoes, and it is important to appreciate the hard work of our farmers who help sustain our food supply and don't get the same breaks this summer as you do. Learn more about how great our Washington State potato farmers are. Just go to potatoes.com/farmfamilies.
Deep in the mountains of Greece, the country's most wanted man has been on the run for over a decade. He's a bank robber.
We hear a barrage of shots.
A kidnapper. But to many Greeks, he's a hero. His name is Vasilis Paliokostas, and we're on the trail of the man behind the myth. A modern-day Robin Hood who steals from the rich and gives to the poor. I'm Miles Gray. Listen to The Good Thief on the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts.
Bachelor Happy Hour, the one and only official Bachelor Nation podcast, is back. Go behind the scenes with your hosts, Bachelor in Paradise Season 7 newlyweds Joe Amabile and Serena Pitt, for real stories about what happens in Bachelor Mansion.
Here on Bachelor Happy Hour, we'll be putting all the guys in the hot seat. We'll have exclusive interviews. We'll be the first to talk to the men. We're going to bring the drama into the house and leave probably brokenhearted.
Listen to Bachelor Happy Hour on the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts.
Hey girl, what's up with you?
Wait a minute, is this the right number?
It's the loser line.
Come on, just call me back.
If you haven't heard the loser line before, it works like this. Let's say a guy approaches you while you're out at the club and uses this charming pickup line on you. Hey, miss.
Oh.
This is a wild guess, but is your name Jingle Bells?
What?
I only say that because it looks like you go all the way.
Oh, come on.
After he drops that line, whatever you do, don't let on that you've DM'd the Joker 4 times in the last 3 days. Instead, tell that caped creeper that if he plays his cards right, maybe he could take a peek at your Hall of Justice.
What?
And that's when you give him the number to the loser line, so hopefully he leaves an awkward voicemail we can play on the air. Voicemails like this one.
Next message. I know I told you that maybe I'd want to go out tonight, but honestly, I'm just not feeling it. I mean, I'm on my couch. I'm in cozy clothes. I'm watching TV right now. Am I getting old? It's like ever since I turned 24, I just feel so adult. I'm kind of okay being in. If I go out, I'm like 99% sure that it'd be like the movie Taken, and I don't want to be taken. I mean. Or maybe I do. I don't know. Maybe it'd be flattering to be taken. I mean, to be taken, means I'll travel the world, right? I mean, obviously it's bad. I mean, I don't want to be, but I'm just saying. Next message.
Oh, I've never thought about it from that angle.
That movie's about kidnapping, right?
Yeah. But
okay.
she's saying that's maybe the only thing to get her out of the house.
But by the end, she talked herself out of getting kidnapped. If she was 23, though, and young and immature, she might still be into it. Now she's 24.
Right.
She's grown out of kidnapping and traveling the world.
She's adulting.
That's right.
Yeah. Right.
Good for her.
Hey, Liam Neeson, leave me be. Yeah. Right? I'm out living my best life.
Yeah.
Next message.
Becca, it's Roberto. JK, it's Rob. I was just kidding. Hey, so you popped up on my time hop from last year, and I forgot how good of a time we had on, I don't remember what your friend's name, but your friend's boat. You remember that?
Oh.
We should get together sometime on the boat, maybe. That would be lit. All right, give me a call.
Next message.
Only calls during the summer.
Yeah, right? That's true.
I don't know how old he is, but you could tell he took like 30 minutes pumping himself up to say the word lit. He's never said that word before in his entire life.
Sounds old enough to be over his boat days.
Yeah.
Next message.
Honestly, I was pretty drunk when I emailed you, so just come back and, so please call me back because it is getting dark and it's too big.
Next message.
Wait, what's too big?
Wait, he was drunk? Because it sounded like he is currently drunk.
Yeah.
It's getting dark?
Yeah.
I worry about that part.
Sounded like Brooke's type to me.
I don't know why you got the loser line.
If you haven't heard, we post the top loser line clip of the week on our TikTok at Brooke and Jeffrey. So
that
go
was
follow,
friendly.
subscribe, tell us if you think Brooke should date the person on that last call.
I'm married, Jeff.
I'm just
not-
reading what you wrote
I'm
here
not
on the paper,
dating.
Brooke. Good job on acting shocked. That's written right here, too. Brooke acts shocked.
good
Well
one,
played,
Brooke.
Brooke.
Next message.
Look, weirdo, it is not cool for you to slip your phone number into my hand at the bar without my permission. I have a really good-looking boyfriend. He's extremely strong, and if he knew you were doing this, he would probably punch you straight in the face. So I would suggest that you probably don't give your number out to people at the bar that have boyfriends. And please do not call me ever again. Bye-bye.
What? Wait.
Oh, my God. I'm so sorry. I did not know I was going to figure this out. All right, I'll call you after 9 o'clock, okay? So just, keep your phone on you.
Next message.
Oh, my God.
What?
Wait, that was her boyfriend laughing in the background?
To decipher that, maybe that's a situation where she exchanged numbers with a guy, not knowing she got the loser line, knew that her boyfriend was listening, so was trying to make a big show, calling him like, hey, don't call me.
Wow, some guy must have slipped me his number.
Or she got kidnapped by a laughing maniac, like the first girl kind of wanted.
She did get taken.
Yeah, that's what I think actually happened. That guy sounded psycho.
He sounded fun.
No.
There was club music going on in the background. Maybe getting taken is a better time than we realize.
Sound like a weirdo, Jeff.
Next message.
Hey, Louis. It's Steve from the other night. I was telling you all about mushroom foraging, and you were saying that you were into it, and I just thought that was so cool. So why don't we go this weekend? We can call it a hike and just find what we find and try it, Because, I've been reading a little bit in this guidebook about mushrooms, and so I kind of have a pretty good idea of what we can eat. And I think there's ones that if they have, what do they call it? If they have lines on the bottom, it's like a fish word. Gills. If they have gills on the bottom, those ones are okay. Or was it gills kill? You know what? I'll look it up again. And look, if anything bad were to happen, which I don't think it will, just worst case scenario, I have a bottle of water and a flare gun. I've only ever had to use it once, so I think we'll be fine.
Next message.
Be prepared.
Gotta respect a woman who doesn't give up.
You know,
the last guy got airlifted out, but she says next time it's gonna be better.
Mushroom people are weird. I actually attended a mushroom forum. I know that sounds strange.
So you're weird.
Yeah,
Okay.
and this guy who was the mushroom expert is like, well, I'm 75. You could try any of them. I'm like, what? I don't know if that's
Love
the
that attitude.
advice we want to.
I'm pretty sure you should memorize the kill line.
Yeah.
Kills you. That's the most important one to know.
Yeah,
Or
definitely
is
look
it
back.
red, you're dead?
Yeah.
What is it?
Kills.
I'm sure we'll be fine. Remember, you can listen to Loser Line regularly at this time every week. And make sure you subscribe to Brooke and Jeffrey on YouTube. You can listen to every Loser Line, Second Date, Awkward Tuesday, and much more all right there. We got your phone tap coming up next.
Brooke and Jeffrey in the morning.
Okay, before we go, does anyone need to use the bathroom?
Nope.
Are you sure?
Mm-hmm.
You're sure you're sure?
Yep.
There are some things in life you can't trust.
Mommy?
Oh, come on. And there are some things you can, like the HP Smart Tank printer. With up to 2 years of ink included and outstanding print quality, you can always rely on the HP Smart Tank. From HP, America's most trusted printer brand. See hp.com/smarttank for more information.
Deep in the mountains of Greece, the country's most wanted man has been on the run for over a decade. He's a bank robber.
We hear a barrage of shots.
A kidnapper. But to many Greeks, he's a hero. His name is Vasilis Paliokostas, and we're on the trail of the man behind the myth. A modern-day Robin Hood who steals from the rich and gives to the poor. I'm Miles Gray. Listen to The Good Thief on the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts.
Bachelor Happy Hour, the one and only official Bachelor Nation podcast, is back. Go behind the scenes with your hosts, Bachelor in Paradise Season 7 newlyweds Joe Amabile and Serena Pitt, for real stories about what happens in Bachelor Mansion.
Here on Bachelor Happy Hour, we'll be putting all the guys in the hot seat. We'll have exclusive interviews. We'll be the first to talk to the men. We're going to bring the drama into the house and leave probably brokenhearted.
Listen to Bachelor Happy Hour on the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts.